We'll talk about the Olympics in just a second, but what is it like for you to be back amongst your girls and your staff finally?
Finally, yeah, it was 4 months. I left, I think so, April 17th. I haven't seen my family for that time, and I haven't seen you, and I haven't seen anybody. So even though I was busy and I was pursuing history with USA Volleyball, I did miss Raleigh, I did miss NC State, and I did miss my family. So I'm very happy to be back.
What was your surprise homecoming like? I loved your face when you opened that door and there was your team cheering you on.
I had no idea. My wife and my kids, they faked it really well.
They did a great job.
I had no idea. They set up everything the way they channeled me the right direction, so I go the right way. And then I open the door, and there's Steve and everybody else, and neighbors, and you, and it's just, wow, what's going on here? I was like super dialed in to drop my bags, go shower, go sleep. But then, boom, there's a surprise. Amazing.
What I found interesting is the other day was, for some of you, the first time you'd seen some of your recruits in person because of virtual recruiting and COVID.
Yes, I think all 6 of them that are our new freshmen here that just came in, all we saw them all, through the Zoom, and it was first time where I got to meet them in person, and that's a very unique way to meet somebody that you actually invite to come over for 4 years, and you hope they are going to do what you're hoping they're going to do.
So Luca, what was the moment like when match point touched the floor and just all of the emotions from everyone just poured out?
It's hard to describe. Just something left me, like huge relief. It was just all these emotions combined in one little thing, one little dot, little cell. Happiness, relief, for some reason sadness, like it's over. And then it was just, we huddled, staff huddled, and team huddled on the court, and it was just quiet. Like I couldn't hear anything, but I know people were not screaming and like celebrating like crazy, but it was just like our staff huddle was just quiet and just breathing, and we were like, hey, unbelievable, I know it was surreal, and it took me 48 hours to stop going through these ebbs and flows and waves of emotions. That was, you cry for 20 minutes, and then you stare in the wall for 20 minutes, and then you laugh for 20 minutes, and that keeps going, and you cannot control. I had absolutely no control, and I felt a little bit like lost, because usually I am in control of my emotions, but this time absolutely no control. And I called my wife soon after that, and I thought I'm going to be able to speak to her. Couldn't say a word. So we just looked at each other. Now we are Olympic champions.
What message can you tell your current team about this team that you were just with that can help them in their journey to pursue a championship?
It's going to be hard. It's going to be satisfying. It's going to be gratifying at the end of the day, even if you don't make it. And there's so many lessons to be learned from that, because you got to put everybody else in front of you, your teammates. I wish we can give some of that to our ladies, to make sure that, number one, your success on the volleyball court, either success or failure, doesn't define who you are. If you win, that doesn't mean you're a great human being. And if you lose, that doesn't mean you're a bad human being. We have a lot of great people here, all of our great ladies. But we got to make sure that we teach them that your performance on the court doesn't define who you are.
How will this help you as a coach, the experience that you just went through?
I was pursuing this for, let's say, 36 years. I think I got some closure so that I can completely move on and really completely commit to NC State and our volleyball program. So there was always bugging me something, and now I got it. And now I know that I don't have to go and pursue that gold medal because we got it. And I think that's gonna make my job here a little bit easier because I like to set myself a goal. You know, I'm stubborn and I like to reach that. And if I don't reach that goal, I'm not settled. Business is not done. Now that part of the business is done. Now let's do great things here. I think that's the main thing for me. And of course, you learn even more so how to deal with people in a very tough situations like Olympics. Olympics are unheard of, so hard, so demanding. People react differently, players and coaches and other staff members. How can you help when things are really hard and very demanding? And we have a lot of the same pressure here because we're dealing with not just volleyball players, but also students and human beings that are trying to become strong young women that are going to change this country.